With the recent happenings around alleged financial, spiritual, and sexual scams in our religious sector, do you think it's high time for the government to step up, step forward, and be bold to regulate that sector? Stick around with me as we deep dive into all these allegations happening in our worship houses with a case study of Agbala Gabriel Ademola Amuson. Ademola Amuson is a young clergyman who has a charity organization and also running a church. Ademola Amuson, who is known as Agbala Gabriel, has charity organization which he uses to source for donations, to source for funds to help people who are critically ill. He also runs a church where people seek spiritual help. Now, in that church or it's like a campground, he has a lot of women who come around there. These women are old women, and he also has people that are critically ill. They come around, stick around there, and get him to help them solicit for funds from the public. Now, Ademola Amuson has run his foundation based on donations from the public. Majority of them are from outside the country. Those people, support him to finance whatever expenses he needs to do in sorting out bills for those that are sick. Now, the challenge is there's no accountability mechanism in which he will use that, to tell how much he has received and how much he has expended and whatever is left. So he doesn't have, and the people contributing, they don't ask questions. And that led to a case of a young man, Muideen, whom he picked up from under the bridge and, cleaned him up. After cleaning him up, he solicited also for fund to get him married. He got him married and he built a house for him with public donation, public funds. Now, he got all of that. Then one day, this man ran away from that camp. The house that he got for him, that he built for him, is on that same campground. And a lot of people have said that the campground is quite a distance from the city center. So he would solicit for funds from people and from the public, and then whoever he said that, this person need a roof over their head and all that, people will contribute money. He will build for them in that camp, which practically tie them to the camp. And a lot of people, majority of the people that he built house for, they don't want to live in that place. But they, force them to live there by saying that, okay, this house has been built for you. He will raise money. He usually raise money in their names and build it for them. And then the people begin to live there. Until that young man or the man ran away from the camp. That's Muideen. He ran away from the camp, that he feared for his life. He's no longer interested in staying there. He was being abused, according to him, and a lot of things were happening there. And he also felt that the money the clergyman realized on his behalf was not commensurate to what is being given or what is getting. So it became an issue. Now, people came out, there was public outrage. Why would you treat this man this way? Because there were physical abuse, flogging the man and all that. So those physical abuse were, obvious, and people were angry. And that led to doubt. He left a lot of doubt in people's mind, and they began to say, okay, if we must help you, you must use the account of those seeking for the help, those seeking for financial support. We're not going to pay money into your foundation account anymore. We will pay the money into those people that needs it. And so he didn't mind that. And another case came up. That's the case of a young lady that needed to do a spinal cord injury. She had a kind of spinal cord injury, so she needed to do a surgery on it, and that surgery was going to cost her 13 million naira. So when she was referred there, because some groups they've tried to raise some fund for her, it wasn't enough. So she was referred to the man, and when she was referred there, the man took her account number, put it out there, and then people began to pay him money into the account. Now they generated 8 million naira. From that 8 million naira, the clergyman took 4 million naira from it, just approximately like half, of the money. The man half the money. Now, when the lady cried out that she has not gotten enough what is expected, she needed that money for surgery, and the pastor kept on collecting it in a dubious manner, and they've collected up to 4 million. So he raised another outrage, public outrage. A lot of people were angry on social media. Why would he do that? Why is he doing that? And it became it generated a lot of issues. Now, some persons were of the opinion that this man of God owns the people they are his fans. The people that are contributing money are his fans. So if he doesn't have that platform, that young lady will not come. So it's his right to collect the money from it. And some other set of people said, well, he should have given some agreement, or probably say that, okay, if we raise this money for you on your behalf, you're going to pay a certain percentage to us. That wasn't clearly stated out, because he came out to say that, yes, he has operational expenses to make, so he had to collect money from the money. But people were saying that what he took was too much, and moreover, the lady has not done the surgery yet. The money was not completed yet, and you've already halved it. When's the money going to be complete? So it became a challenge, and then people were doing back and forth and all that. Now, that brought me to a particular question. This man has the fan, has the platform. He has his fans, and his fans are the one, contributing the money. So if he's taking operational expenses from that money, is he really at fault? Or would he have gone headlong to just share the foundation account? Because he has that charitable foundation, he probably would have gone headlong. But people had already said that they're not going to give him money if he doesn't share the victims or the beneficiaries' account number. So he didn't have option in that. Now, those that feel that the young lady was cheated felt that he should have allowed the money to be completed first before asking or before collecting money from it. That the terms of engagement, terms of agreement should have been stated out clearly, rather than coming out to say, okay, we had to take money for fuel, we had to take money for tires and all of that. That was way, way too much. But do you blame him? Do you think he's at fault for removing from that money? What do you think in this situation he should have done? Picking the point, that's the first point of call. What do you think he should have done? How do you think he should have handled it? Remember, it's his platform. It took him some time to build that platform. It took him a lot of, energy to put the lady out there, convince people to, make the donation and all that. And you remember also the lady needed to do that surgery as fast as possible. So what do you think you should have done in that case? That's the first point. The second point the second leg to the financial scam is some persons approach this man of God to say that, okay, we want you to help us. This is a known man of God, an established, well-known man of God on Facebook, on different social media platforms. He's a known man of God, and you know that his profession is not a realtor. Now, people call him to help them, to help them buy properties, to help them develop properties. And so this man, when he receives the money, he just made away with it. He never went back to give them their money or get property. In some instances that he's even advertising, he's serving as a salesman for any company. When a property is given to him at, take for instance, 1 million, he could go as far as tripling it. He could go as far as selling it 5 times the amount. So he has different tactics of getting money, of putting monies together. And when he was asked, he said he had to run the charity and also run the church. So now, my concern, or why I'm bringing this up is, when you know that this man is not a professional realtor, he has never said it that he's a realtor, and you decide to, because you are his fans, you like what he's doing, you decide to approach him to go and help you purchase property, parcels of land, or buy a building, or also help you to develop it. Do you blame him when he gets away with your money? Do you blame him? Or do you blame yourself for thinking that because he's a man of God and you can give your 100% trust? Think it through. That is the second point. Now, the third point is the sexual scam. So while all of the talk of the young lady who says she has been scammed of her money and all that was going on, some women use that opportunity to come out and allege that this man of God slept with them. Some slept with them at their place of business, that's like brothels, and he didn't pay. Some he slept with them because of what they were looking for, speaking for spiritual help. Among all of those was a woman that came out to say that her business was experiencing downturn. She needed to boost the business, and where she was running that business, her business location, she felt, because I would think she felt, she said she felt that, or she saw them doing all manner of voodoo. But she said she cannot do voodoo, so she opted for spiritual help from that clergyman, a young clergyman. So this clergyman, when she met the clergyman, they had discussion and all that. So they began to pray together, I would assume, and also do some prayers and all that. Then he got to the last point. The man said the final one now is for that woman to go and look for another clergyman to sleep, to have sex with her. And then after that, her business will pick up and even boom. Then she looked around and said, okay, how do I get a man of God to sleep with me, to have sex with me? How do I do this? It's not going to be easy on me. Now, he now told the man, since you are a man of God, can you please do it with me? so that the business can start booming. That was how the man of God said, no problem, let's go on. And then this man slept with her as much as he wanted, and the business never picked up. Rather than seeking business experts advice, rather than seeking for advice from people that knows about business, that's business experts, she went to seek for spiritual help. That's the most painful story of all the ones I heard. Now, I'm even hearing another one that there's a woman that the man slept with for 3 months. Okay, so she lives in the US, and then the man told her to come home. I don't know what she was looking for really. I didn't even bother to read it. So the man invited her to Nigeria to come. Then she paid for 3 good months. He did spiritual cleansing for her by having sex with her for 3 good months. Spiritual cleansing. What kind of cleansing is that? So I'm beginning to so if somebody wants to do spiritual cleansing for you, and then it says, let me have sex with you to cleanse you totally, then you just believe. I don't know. I know a lot of people have said they get hypnotized, that those people are hypnotized and all of that. But I'm asking a question. If you don't go there, would they hypnotize? Would they come to your house and come and hypnotize you? They won't come to the house and hypnotize you. You are the one looking for what is not lost. Whatever condition you are or you feel you are, you can actually see technology has done a whole lot, and you can lash on it to solve at least major challenges. Now, for the woman that is experiencing business downturn, that decided to go and seek spiritual help instead of expert help, advice, business expert advice. So tell me, how does spirituality, how does it help to boost business? Even in a logical sense, it can never work. Sex will now boost the business. I've not seen it. So did she suspend her brain when she was having sex with that man? Sometimes I want to think otherwise. Some people, they get carried away by what they see. As you can see, the man of God, if you see him, he's even looking better than this. So a lot of them get carried away. Some will even want to have him just like that. Now, these people I don't know, because it's obvious that the man was sleeping with them unprotected. Because there was a young lady that also came out that had twins for him, two children, 2 boys for him. So what that tells me is that the probability of sleeping with all these women unprotected is high. Now, these women don't even think, that's why I said, do they suspend their brain? They don't even think that there are some diseases that are recessive in a man. When you look at chlamydia, herpes, syphilis, staphylococcus, those diseases, when sometimes they don't get to show until they have gone acute, chronic. Or probably he knows he's just, taking drug, treating himself. And then will end up transferring it to you. Now, when those sexually transmitted diseases, when they are at their incubation period, they don't show. You, the carrier, you just be carrying, you think you're fine. They do not show. All what people look at is, okay, do you have HIV? And then they just run HIV test. If you just show negative, hey, let's go there. They start going and start moving. They think all is well. Hepatitis is worse than HIV. Hepatitis. you have herpes, you have all manner of sexually transmitted diseases that can just sit quietly in the body and be waiting for the moment to manifest. And before you know it, you have carried it. Some people carried, candida. This candida, well, it's both ways, but some carry it for a long time. Some of these sexually transmitted diseases, when women carry it, it can also affect their fertility. But you people don't think, you're not thinking about it. If a pastor say, open for me, you take spiritual sperm, you just open your leg, wow, and collect spiritual nonsense. I mean, the fact that he's even married, the fact that he's a man of God, if he does not have integrity, you should have. Nobody is a saint. Nobody is it. But you should have something. Don't suspend your brain. Do not suspend your brain when you go and meet some of these men of God. And this religion of a thing, religion have a way of encapsulating people's mind. You will see yourself that something is wrong. They will be telling you to do otherwise and you will believe it. I'll give you an example of a woman at the initial stage of breast lumps. She had breast lump. And this woman went to meet a man of God. The man said she should use anointing oil. This woman continued to drink the lumps that they were supposed to remove when it was still at the initial stage. This woman drank anointing oil, Goya, drank anointing oil to the extent that the thing, by the time it got to final stage, the woman died. And when she died, the children became angry. They became angry with the man, with the pastor. But what would that do? Their mother foolishly believed, was drinking olive oil and then praying there. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't pray. Nobody is saying that you should not believe in God. But please, can you use some sense? Sometimes some of these issues that we are looking at, coincidence happens. Coincidence happens. I'll give you another instance. There were two friends. One has a cousin that is the wife is trying to conceive. And the other one, there are two friends that like to, do all these small Yahoo boys. So anything goes. They run sharp runs and then they move. So the other guy that has a cousin that the wife is trying to conceive noticed that the woman is spending so much on this trying to conceive. Then she decided to sell the idea to his friend and said, okay, my cousin's wife has been tried. They have been tried. They don't have this thing. But that woman is rich. Why don't you let's organize something now? Okay, what are we going to organize? Just organize something. I'll tell her that you are a voodoo man. You are Babalawo. You can perform things. That was how this guy lured this woman, tell the woman that, okay, I have a friend that they are very strong in their house, blah, blah, blah. And this other guy went to pound charcoal, black charcoal, pounded it. After pounding the black charcoal, put it in a white paper, folded it, and used white thread to tie it, black and white thread, tie it. So when the woman came, he went to meet the woman at a particular spot and gave her the concoction, the charcoal concoction. And right there and then, the woman paid 200,000 to those guys. They left. They were happy. And you know what? He told the woman that she should put it in her tea in the morning, and then before she goes to bed, she should try and drink tea, particularly Lipton or any kind of other tea bags. So you should drink any of them and then put this inside. Take 2 tablespoons, mix it and drink. And do you know the miracle that happened? The woman actually conceived. It was just a mere coincidence. Mere coincidence. But after that, that woman went to bring up to 3 of her friends that are having the same problem. And that was how these guys began to milk them. It got to a point, those guys got tired of milking them because those ones did not conceive like that first woman. The only person that got the miracle was the first woman, which was just a coincidence. It was never a miracle. But the other ones didn't get. So you tell them, bring this, they will bring this, they will bring. Then it got to a point, he got scared. He got scared that if these women get to know that we are fake, we'll be in deep shit. The only saving grace for him was that he wasn't meeting them at home. So there's no way they could have traced him. They will call them on phone, they will call on phone, and then they will go and meet at a particular point. That was how he was able to escape. He actually had to break his SIM. The SIM he was using to communicate with them, he broke it and then got another SIM. So that was how he was able to escape, because he got tired, he was afraid. As a young boy, he became afraid. So imagine if he wasn't afraid. Some people will collect until you are finished. So those are the kind of things. Some things that happen might be coincidence. But the thing is, if you ever need to pray, have you tried to do it yourself? Do it yourself in your own home. So now, when these women are complaining that this pastor slept with them, this one slept with her, this one will say he slept with me, he didn't pay me money, he slept with me, this one say he slept with me, do you blame him? Do you really blame him for doing that? Because you make yourself available. And if you don't blame him, why don't you blame him? If you blame him, why do you think he should be blamed? To what extent do you blame the man of God? To what extent? To what extent do you blame the victims? Because sometimes, like they are saying, like I said earlier, like they're saying that they get hypnotized. But I believe if you don't go there, would you ever get hypnotized? So that's one thing about religion. It has a way of messing up with your brain, messing up with your head, messing up with everything that has to do with your mentality, if you are not careful. In our next podcast, I will show you a small clip of a pastor who actually, he married girls of 14, 15 years. Within his church, he actually created a community. And the worst part, the parents of those girls, they are there. They are even actually praying for their girls to be chosen for the man to marry their children. Because he will tell you that God has a purpose for you, for this thing. So they are waiting. They are always waiting. Their minds have been prepared to wait. Girls of 13, 14, 15. Their minds have been prepared to always wait for the man. They are praying towards the man choosing them. This is not happening in Nigeria. It happens abroad. So when he chooses you, you feel that you are in heaven. The man ended up marrying 27 wives. 27 wives. And when he died, his son picked up from where he stopped. And he began to, perpetuate even worse. So he will have his friends pick some of those small girls. Some from 13, like I said, 13, 12, 13. Pick them, and then, like I said, the worst part is that their parents look forward to their girls being picked, being chosen to be the wife of of the man of God, so-called overseer. So these things happen everywhere in the world, not just Nigeria. But we're saying that when these men of God are caught, like in the US, I think he was sent to jail or something when he was eventually caught, because he also had to go inside bush. Yes, those people too. They went inside bush, inside bush, to go and create all manner of communities there. But when he was eventually caught, he was dealt with. But in our case in Nigeria, nobody deals with anybody. In fact, they will use the state apparatus to deal with you if you talk about it. The state apparatus are used to deal to gag people's mouths. And then I'm thinking to myself, is this heaven that they are preaching? Are they also using police there? Because it's sometimes it's very appalling when you see the so-called man of God doing what is not expected. So think about it. All these women coming out to say, okay, this pastor did this one, this one. Do you really blame the pastor? Or you think the women also are enjoying it? If you feel that they are the victim, to what extent do you want to blame them? To what extent do you want to blame the pastor? Another thing, that's for that. Then another thing is that this pastor harbors old women and critically ill persons in that camp. That could be a health threat in that state. I really do hope that the government is paying attention to that camp. I'm sure it's not the only one. There are a lot of them, all manner of camps gathering all manner of people. I keep wondering, what is exactly the problem? That people have to stay in church Monday, Tuesday, when over the week, year in, year out. They sit down there seeking for miracle. They've not gone out to go and look for the miracle. They are seeking for miracle inside. So I want to believe that the Ministry of Health in Oyo State is actually paying attention to that campground and other ones, because they could pose health threats. Unfortunately, if there's an outbreak, before you could even trace it back to them, it might be a challenge. I don't know if they have health desk in all those campgrounds. Who knows how many people have even died there and thrown away because it's in the bush. Who knows? These are the kind of things. And because our government does not keep data, and some of these old women, their children don't care for them, they don't even bother to look for them. So if anything happen in any camp that they are, they can just be thrown away and that's it. Nobody will look for them. It's a critical issue that the government must look into if they are not already doing that in that state. And so I'm saying that the point where we are now, do we continue to just look at government policies around religion as something to winch on Christians, or winch on Muslims, or winch on any other religion, or to actually straighten up some of these challenges that people face when they are trying to seek for succor? We need to begin to think, we need to begin to look at it that, okay, let's look beyond ourselves. If these guys are put into proper shape, if anything is found, if any of them is found wanting, and the government decide to deal with them. I mean, even I don't know which administration was that. One Reverend King in Lagos, I heard he's still in the prison. that was flogging them. That one young lady died in his church or so. I think he's still in the prison in Lagos. So if you are scamming people, you're scamming people of their money as a man of God and all that. You shouldn't be seen as okay, untouchable. No, you're not untouchable. As a matter of fact, EFCC needs to look into it. When a man of God is scamming people of, if you people that have you people that have given money to any man of God that has scammed you, report them to the EFCC. If you have your document, I'm sure they will trace it. We can't just allow it to continue. We cannot. So we need to also look at ourselves. Is something wrong with this brain? People suspend their brain when they go to worship houses. They suspend it. Their brain is on suspension. When the brain is on suspension, it's not working, it's just there like moron. Otherwise, you want to sleep with a man, you are sleeping with a man, you're sleeping with a man, and then you think your business will grow, or you think you will pass exam, or you think sleeping with him, he will be able to give you money so that you can run business or something. It doesn't worth it. So we need to continue to educate ourselves. We need that education. Because I don't know, I know a couple of bloggers have been, educating and educating, but I think we need to now do more than that education and begin to appeal to people's conscience that don't go, because it is only when you go and see them that they hypnotize you. If we are sitting there in your house, you are doing your thing, before you can't see you to hypnotize you now. It will be difficult. Some are trapped already as we speak. Some are already trapped. They don't know how to go forward. They don't know how to move backward. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for them. And to make matter worse, freedom of association. Government will not stop you. Government will not, except if when they scam you like this, you decide to report, particularly financial scam. Because when it has to do with sexual scam, I don't know who will rescue you. That sexual scam, that is bye. Nothing. There's nothing can come out of it. I'm not sure anybody, except for court of public opinion. They are the ones that can help you to drag whichever pastor have scammed you sexually. Otherwise, nothing can be done. It's only financial crime that if it's not resolved amicably, then you can report to EFCC. So all of these things, you begin to think, government cannot sit down and continue to watch. We can't continue to watch because of sensitivity of religion. No, I know religion is very sensitive in Nigeria, I know particularly. But then, do we continue to fold our arms and allow this so-called men of God to get away with so many things? No, we can't continue. There must be an end at the end of that tunnel. There should be an end now. So those are the things like I said, I'm going to share a very short clips when in the next podcast, so that you see how religion manipulation can finish somebody's life. It's a terrible thing. But we need to also fight it back by getting awareness that is needed. So thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Next week we'll come up with another topic, and from there, maybe as time goes on, we can do live and then we'll get people's opinion and all that. But what do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comment section, and then like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.